Hi, this is Andy Turner. Today I wanted to show a little bit about using an online IDE. And an online IDE is basically a developer environment, an integrated developer environment. And what that means is basically you can create code online and then display the results of that code online. And I've shown videos in the past of using coding.com, and coding.com is running a special promotion where you can get 4 gigabytes of space for free, and you can connect that to your GitHub account. Now, just to show exactly what that means, I've created a few files here, and I'll show you what these do. When you create a file, say called hello.html, and I'm editing this text in the browser, I have some code that basically looks at stuff.js, and here I have stuff.js. I have hello world, and when I visit this URL on the web, essentially what I get is a free web server with 4 gig of space, and that's no joke. Here we have hello world from my code here. It's appending this and this. So that's good because this file can access this file. And we have Ruby and PHP and Python to work with. That is fantastically amazing. I've installed Node using my IDE that you also get with coding, and essentially this is everything that you have with Ubuntu, and that is just beyond amazing. Full Ubuntu in the browser for no cost, 4 gigabytes of storage. So this is wonderful. Most databases are half of a gig. So you can go out and talk to a database. I will show how you can list files. Here I have hello world.java. Now you can even open with Emacs or Nano on the command line and edit the text on the command line. So the virtual command line on the web. So here we have a hello world app in Java, and I'm just going to say hello Java. Save that. And that's Command O. Oh, it's wanting me to save that to the okay, there we go. It's Control O, excuse me. And now I will hit Control X to exit back to the command line. And now I'll compile that program. And run it. Hello Java. Full Java OpenJDK in the browser. And as per the last video, you can tie into a database from one location in the world, pull that data out, populate this Java memory on this virtual machine in the browser, process that data in that Java array, output a text file, or populate that into another database, or create a JavaScript or HTML file on this same web server that could then show you a new web page with dynamic data. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Over here in the text editor, I've taken the liberty of sort of trying to push the boundaries of this system to see if it breaks, and it actually didn't break. I was able to install Node. If you're not familiar with node.js, it's a JavaScript-based web server written in C, and it is fantastic. I recommend the Node Beginner book. If you Google for nodebeginner.org here, it'll find it. And there's an HTTP server which hands out HTML. This is a JavaScript-based HTML server. So what I've done is pasted that code here and then modified it so that what I'm doing in Node is I'm writing HTML to the browser. So let's test that. I'm not only writing HTML to the browser, but I'm navigating to this file available on the web as per this normal web server. And I've made that stuff.js file available out on the internet here. Now what I'm doing is calling into that file out on the internet from this document.write statement. And what that is doing is it's updating the window object in JavaScript with the hello world and some text. And that is communicating with the document object model that's being generated by this HTTP server, text/HTML. Notice in this example, he's just giving plain text to the screen. I've changed it so you're drawing HTML to the document object model and letting the DOM be updated by JavaScript's window object. So we have essentially access to this file from node.js in the server.js file. Now when I go to the terminal, I can run server.js, and now the web server is running. Out on the internet, I'm going to visit that, and I see the contents of this file out on the internet being parsed by my HTML and JavaScript code to render a real HTML document. You can see that this is an HTML document. And this is written by the server.js file. I'll prove that by modifying the data source. And again, this stuff.js file could have been written by Java, which again is run in this virtual machine out on the internet. So I will say hello from Node VM. I've saved it. I'm going to bounce the server here back on the terminal, kill it, restart it, go back out to the internet, refresh the page, hello from Node VM. Now, so what it's done is it's written HTML for me. And you can navigate through the HTML elements and change their style and things along that line. Notice if you look at the network tab, I am getting stuff.js from the internet at this address running on the web server, but I'm able to call into that from Node. And it's fairly fast. You know, I'm getting that in 100 milliseconds. I received it in 1.4. So that's awesome. That's a very fast, robust web server, and it's no joke. The other video showing how to create a file, say a .csv or a .txt, you could just as easily create a .js file, a JavaScript file, using Java, as I've done here, could write that .js file in the corresponding directory, because I do have directory access to my web server directory here in the web, right there. So you could go out and get data from one database, put it into a Java array, persist out that Java array to disk as a .js file, put the JS file in the web server, and then in Node run a web server by showing the results of the JavaScript as HTML to populate the document object model from the window object in JavaScript. Hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope you can see that node.js really does represent the future, in my opinion, of fast web services that consume JSON and JavaScript. If you Google for Node, you'll see that there are many implementations of very modern web services. For example, running MongoDB as JavaScript. There are game engines written in JavaScript. Node really does represent the future of data retrieval, in my opinion. And this web-based IDE implemented here at coding.com represents using the web to produce for the web and to consume for the web. So this ecosystem is constantly iterating and improving, evolving. Thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoyed the video.